We're going to show defenses against a few common attacks against women and men. A choke, a wrist grab and a bear hug. Against a choke, there is a very simple technique which involves pointing your arm towards the roof and swiveling sharply while pointing directly at the ceiling in order to disengage the opponent's hands. That way it's impossible to hold on no matter how strong he is. From there you can follow up with strikes to the face, the groin or whatever else presents itself as a target. Let's see that performed again at full speed. The second defense is a defense against the wrist grab. As the assailant grabs you by the wrist, immediately step to the outside, put your wrist on your hip, turn your palm down and strike the opponent in the face or simply rip your arm away. Let's see that movement performed again at full speed. The third defense is a defense against the bear hug from behind, where the assailant has grabbed you and is trying to pin your arms. From here, you shift your hips sharply to the side and strike directly into the groin, forcing the opponent to let go or create space. As he moves away, you turn and strike into him to follow up. Let's see that movement performed at proper speed. In a situation where a woman gets grabbed from behind by the hair or the collar, immediately she should shield her face, she should duck down, turn around and strike straight to the opponent's groin using her furthest hand. She should ensure that she faces the opponent so that he cannot pull her off balance at the moment of his strike. Let's see that movement performed again at proper speed. Against an attack with a stick or a blunt instrument, distance is your enemy. If I stand out here and I get struck with the stick, I get seriously hurt. In the interests of defense, I need to get as close to my assailant as possible, which means as soon as he primes his hand to deliver the strike, I put my hands up and I dive forward into his space. One arm strikes him in the stick arm, the other arm goes straight into his neck and bursts him off, and I follow up with kicks or other strikes to render him helpless. Let's see that movement performed again at proper speed. In a situation where you're held up at knife point, the first thing to do is understand that you have two choices. You can either run away or take control of the knife. If you choose to run away, snap the knife hand down sharply with your hand as you step away and run. If you have no option of running and you need to take the knife away, do the same motion. You slap the hand down, but you catch it with your wrist, catch the hand with your other hand, and turn sharply back into the assailant, stabbing him in the body and then fleeing. Let's see that movement performed at proper speed.
Hey, please, what do you want? I want your money. Please, what do you want? Give me your money, right now!
In a situation where you're threatened with a knife attack, where the assailant is trying to stab you, the first thing you do is you put your left forearm up to bar the knife hand. As you do, simultaneously your right hand strikes the person's chest, stopping them from rushing forward. In real life, the chest strike can be turned into a throat strike using the blade of your hand, or a face strike using the palm of your hand or a fist. Either way, the object is to knock the assailant out and prevent yourself from being stabbed. Let's see that movement performed at proper speed.
Give me money.
This is a defense against the gun hold up to the head. The first thing you need to do is put your hands up near the gun, remain submissive, don't look the gunman in the eye. As you take the gun away, you step to the left, move your head out of the way, grab the gun with your right hand, the wrist with the left hand, slide forward and twist the gun out in a sharp, short circular motion, striking the attacker in the face with the firearm. Let's see that movement performed at proper speed.
Give me money.
Sorry, what do you want?
In a situation where a woman is pinned up against the wall and the assailant is busy groping her or removing clothing, the first thing to remember is ignore what the assailant is doing with his hands. If I try and push his hands away, he can grab my wrists, and now I'm really trapped. So what I need to do is keep my hands free, and instead of grabbing him, what I need to do is move myself out of the way. That means that I scoot my hips out to the side, at the same time pushing sharply across the elbow, and the harder the assailant pushes, the more he loses balance as I move out. And from here I can follow through with strikes. Let's see that performed again at proper speed. This is a defense against someone who's sitting on top of you and trying to hit you in the face or slap you. The first thing you do is you put your hands up to shield your face so that they can't hit you. As soon as you've shielded, you reach up and grab them around the waist, pull them down, and immediately put your arm out. Scoop the person's wrist under your head, put your other thumb in their armpit, and from there bridge your hips off the ground and roll so the person rolls off you and is exposed. Let's do that again at real speed. This is a defense for a woman to use in the case of an attempted rape, where she has been forced onto her back and the assailant is pinning her down. The first thing she needs to do is hook her legs around his body and cross her ankles at the back to trap his hips. From there, she pulls him forward sharply using her knees and traps his head by wrapping the arm around the neck. She puts a hand into his face, she separates her feet, she rolls sideways and pushes off as she rolls him off her body and on top of him. She holds his face down with her hand and strikes him with the other hand repeatedly until she can get away. Let's see that movement performed again at proper speed.